So the other day, I was thinking about how there is a rise in manipulation and control and entitlement, and the spirit of offense as well is rising. The spirit of anger. Do you guys see how angry people are? Do y'all see it? Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys see how angry people are nowadays? People are fighting over parking spots. People are fighting over Trader Joe's tote bags. People are angry in comment sections. Maybe it's these phones. Maybe it's too much social media. I don't know. Maybe it's just a combination of stuff. But the spirit of anger is rising. Pride is rising. Manipulation, control. And I was having a conversation with somebody about this recently. And I was telling them how I feel like dealing with adults nowadays is like worse than dealing with a child. Like you really can't tell the difference. Like there are certain behaviors that I expect in children, like temper tantrums. I expect the child to, get mad and sad and pout when you tell them no. I expect the child to want their way. I expect the child to feel entitled at times. Those behaviors have to get corrected. And if they don't get corrected, then you're just going to have a bunch of adults behaving like children. That's why I feel like a lot of adults nowadays behave like children and think like children. I should not be dealing with an adult. And if you hear the word no, you're throwing a temper tantrum like a toddler. I should not be dealing with an adult, and because you don't get your way, now you're angry and now you feel like hitting somebody. Like, huh? What? Anyways, manipulation and control is demonic. And I was thinking about where is the first time we heard about manipulation and control in the Bible. And it all started in the garden. When you read in Genesis, when you read about the fall, the serpent didn't force Eve to do anything. The serpent didn't have to grab Eve's hand to grab the fruit. The serpent just used words. That's it. Use words to convince you that something is good even when it's not good, right? Manipulating and getting you to do something outside of God's will. You see this a lot today. You see a lot of manipulation and control, a lot of manipulation and control. So if that's what the serpent had to do in order for the fall to happen, then that should let you know that those behaviors are not of God. She knew what God said because she repeated it to the serpent. So I'm reading that and I'm like, Eve, you knew what God said. All the serpent did was feed you a couple of words and convince you and manipulate you that what you heard wasn't actually so and that you should believe the serpent instead. And just like that, her mind was switched. Like this, right? Just like that. No, surely you can eat from this tree. You'll be able to be like God and know good and evil. Like, eat it. You can eat from this tree. Just like that. It was like something just, and now she believed the serpent and went against God. You have to be very, very careful when you're dealing with people who operate in this spirit. This is not something to take lightly. This is not a game. This is not a game. Manipulation and control is not of God. You got women on social media. You got witches teaching you how to manipulate men for money. You got men out here manipulating women to sleep with women. And you wonder why you're going crazy. You wonder why you're dealing with certain soul ties. You wonder why you're dealing with certain things. Because you're allowing people who have that spirit to dictate how you should think, to dictate what you should do and how to be, even when you know the truth. Even when you know the truth, right? You have mothers manipulating their children. You have fathers manipulating their children. You have mothers getting in the minds of their children. And because the relationship between her and her children's father didn't work out, now she's manipulating the minds of the children and telling them that your dad is this way when he's actually not. It's just the fact that you're bitter and mad because you guys are not together anymore. And now you're turning your children against their father. Now your children can't have a bond with their father because you're manipulating their mind when their father actually wants to be in their life. It just so happens that you guys didn't work out. And now you're painting him to be this evil man when he's not. What this spirit wants you to do is to be under their submission, just like the serpent in the garden. No, listen to me. Listen to what I tell you. What I tell you is true, right? You listen to me. Don't listen to God. You need to come under my submission. Don't submit to God. Submit to me. This is a spirit that will gaslight you when they don't get their way. They're going to make you think that what you believe is actually wrong, but what you actually believe is right. And they're going to do the whole manipulation thing. They're going to have you come into agreement with what they told you. They're looking for agreement. They're looking to form a covenant with you. They're looking for you to say yes. Yes, I come into agreement with you. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're telling me the truth, even when they're not. They're looking for you to come under their submission. Why do you think they spaz out when they don't get their way? Why do you think they lose their mind when you challenge them? When you ask a simple question, why do you think they paint you to be the villain when they don't get what they want from you? So, as long as these people have people in the palm of their hands, they're okay. This is why I talk about energy vampires, how they feed off of that. That's what gives them strength. That's what gives them strength and this power that they want so much, right? Is to have power over you. I'm going to manipulate you. I'm going to control you because I want power over you. I want to be able to get you to think how I want you to think. I want you to believe whatever I tell you. I want you to jump when I tell you to jump. I'm going to find some type of way to get that. I'm going to find a way to get you to do what I want you to do. So manipulating the minds of people to get what you want and to control them and control their reality is not of God. It's demonic. Okay, just look at the serpent. All he had to do was use words. That's it. So when you're dealing with somebody who's a manipulator, pay attention to what? Their words. Pay attention to the things that they say. And of course, ask questions. Don't just at first hand just believe everything that they say. No, ask questions. And if they feel some type of way because you're asking questions, then that should let you know that this person is not coming from a good place. Because why are you getting so upset because I'm not just automatically agreeing with you? Why are you getting upset because I'm not being your yes man? And when they start to get upset, then this is where the smear campaigns come from. This is where the gossip about you comes from. This is where the lies about you come from, because they can't handle that. And because they can't get what they want from you, they're going to try to find a way to assassinate your character. And they got to quickly come up with something to protect their image and make it look like you're the manipulator when they're the manipulator, right? I got to get everybody on board and let everybody know that you're the villain, even though they're the villain. But they're going to be very quick on their feet and start a lie about you. Let me start a smear campaign. Let me go around and tell people that this person is this way when they're actually not, right? A manipulator doesn't just manipulate one person. They go around manipulating everybody. That's how they operate because it's a spirit. Manipulators are not really loyal to anyone but themselves. They're only loyal to the lies that they tell because they have to keep up with it. They're only loyal to themselves. That's it. Manipulators are not loyal to anyone but themselves and their lies. And if they can't manipulate you, then they're just going to go to somebody else until they're able to get what they want. A spirit will always look for a way to get fulfilled. No matter how that gets fulfilled, a spirit will find some type of way to get fed. Okay? And that really goes for any type of spirit. It needs to get fed. You got to feed me. Right? It's like when people have demonic altars, you got to give it an offering. You got to feed it. You got to give it a sacrifice. That's how it's going to gain its power. If it wants blood, then blood is what you have to give it. So somebody who's operating under that spirit, they don't care who they manipulate. This is why you have parents manipulating children, your own blood, right? Your own blood. Children that came from you, you're manipulating them. That spirit doesn't care who it manipulates. It just has to do it. It doesn't care whose mind it warps. It does not care. You're manipulating their mind. Little children. You're feeding them lies. You're manipulating them. You're controlling them. You're warping their reality. As a parent, how do you feel doing that to your own blood? That spirit does not care who it manipulates. Just be very mindful when you're dealing with people like this. Just once again, go back to the garden. The serpent used words. I'm going to use my words and I'm going to get into your head in hopes of controlling you and getting what I want from you, right? And it worked. This is also a reminder that you should test the spirit. People will tell you how they feel about you just by them using their words. A person doesn't have to physically put their hands on you to tell you how they feel about you. No, a person can use their words and that will let you know exactly what spirit they're operating under, whether it's good or bad.